How am I keep getting all these warrants?
I'm sorry?
Why do I get all these warrants when I'm homeless?
Monday morning, May 26, 2025, Romeoville, Illinois. A woman rides a Walmart shopping cart down the street, hurt foot, no ride, trying to catch a bus. What happens next touches 3 separate areas of constitutional law, and none of them are simple.
What are you doing?
I'm riding over here to my destination.
What's that? I'm sorry.
I hurt my foot, so I'm riding to my destination.
Okay. Why are you riding across traffic?
Why I staying on the side?
You can't. You got to ride with traffic.
Oh, on the other side.
Yeah. What are you trying to get to?
Right over here by the plaza.
Like shopping in there? Okay. Yeah. So where are you coming from?
Right down the road, right over here.
No, I know you're going there. Where are you coming from?
The store.
Whose cart is this?
I'm using it to get to the area because I hurt my foot.
Okay. I understand you're using it, but whose cart is it?
Walmart.
Okay. Do they know that you took their cart?
But I was using it to get to my area.
Okay. You know this is theft, right?
Moving a cart.
Taking their cart?
Right.
You're
But I
stealing.
hurt my foot.
Yeah, but you're stealing their
I
cart.
can't get to my buses one over
Okay.
here.
I understand your dilemma,
Right.
okay, because you hurt your foot. However, you stole a
Yes,
cart.
but I'll tell them they can come get their cart. Right.
Did you go shopping in Walmart?
Yeah.
Okay, so the bag of stuff right there is bought and paid for?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you have an ID on you? You're going to go to Romeoville. We'll hear from county, get a new court date for it, and then we'll get you out of here. Okay? All right. You got anything on you or in the bag? Bombs, drugs, guns, knives? Nothing like that? Okay.
Karen, go ahead. Just put your hands around your back for me. Do you want me to take your coat off, or you want to leave the coat on? Just asking because it's kind of hot out. Okay.
Today's Monday?
Today's Monday.
Today's Monday.
Okay.
All right, I'm just going to tighten them up, or double lock them so they don't tighten up on you.
Sure.
Appreciate you being cool with us, Karen.
How am I keep getting all these warrants?
I'm sorry?
Why do I get all these warrants when I'm homeless?
What, do you keep missing court dates?
They
Or
probably keep nailing you because you keep missing a court date or something.
we're not paying some fines on time? Or
I honestly, we don't either. I feel like the court should be telling you what's going on, but unfortunately, you
You
gotta.
doing my stuff in the back?
Yeah, we'll grab
Yeah,
it.
we'll grab it.
Yeah.
Put it in there with me.
Yeah,
I'll bring it with.
yeah, we're going to grab it.
Yeah, but I don't want to leave my stuff
All
there.
right.
We're going to walk with you, and then we're going to come back and grab it. So, all right.
All right, Karen, before I let you in, anything on you I need to know about?
No.
Okay. Got your stuff getting in? Well, we're going to go back to the station, and then county's going to let me know what court date. All right? So, we're literally going to go back to the station, Hey, Karen, I'm just going to be taking your backpack and putting it in the trunk, okay?
So how many more warrants do I got for myself?
10-4. I'll be en route to the station, starting mileage 31.7. What's that, Karen?
How many more warrants I got?
It looks like you just got the one.
And what is this all about?
It says failure to appear in court.
And what was the date on it?
I'll look it up here in just 1 second. Failure to appear in court for resisting an officer.
Oh my
So
God.
it might be from that case back in the fall or winter, whenever that was.
So what do I gotta do to break this? I ain't got no money.
Well, that's what. By the time we get back to the station, I'll probably have your bond amount,
Right.
and then I can let you know what's going on from there.
Alright.
So,
I go to court in the morning?
I would assume so, yeah.
Okay. Is this all I got on my record?
What's up?
This is what I got on my record.
Yep.
So what do they do if I ain't got money to pay the court?
What's up?
What do I do if I ain't got money for it? Serve 20 years?
No. No, you probably, if you don't got money for bond,
You guys know I ain't got money.
probably have to go down to county.
Why would you guys keep giving me tickets to pay money?
Well, you'd have to go down to county and see it.
Here's the question worth asking. Can a hurt foot justify taking property that is not yours, and does the law actually care about your reason? That answer might surprise you. Under Terry v. Ohio, 392 United States, 1, 1968, an officer who directly observes a traffic code violation has reasonable, articulable suspicion to stop you. Riding against traffic qualifies. The stop was clean from the start, no debate there. Now the card. 720 Illinois Compiled Statutes 5/16-1 defines theft as knowingly obtaining unauthorized control over property of the owner. The statute does not ask why you took it. It asks whether you had permission. She did not. Here is the counter-argument, and it is real. The doctrine of necessity has been raised in Illinois courts to justify technically unlawful acts under genuine emergency. The problem, courts have consistently held that necessity does not apply when a lawful alternative existed, and a phone call for help is a lawful alternative. When the officer said, "You know this is theft, right?" he was legally accurate but procedurally sloppy. Delivering a verdict before completing the investigation creates departmental liability exposure. The Illinois Law Enforcement Training and Standards Board Field Guidance calls for investigative neutral language. This may create a legal problem, not "you are stealing." The ID check returned an active arrest warrant, and that changed everything. Under Rodriguez v. United States, 575 United States, 348 2015, a stop cannot be extended beyond its purpose without independent justification. A live warrant is not an extension. It is a new and independent legal event. The officer was no longer acting on the cart. The court had already issued the order. The arrest itself falls under Graham v. Connor, 490 United States, 386, 1989. Force is measured by what a reasonable officer would do at that exact moment, not in hindsight, not from a courtroom. Miss Karen did not resist, did not flee. Handcuffing was the minimum lawful response. The standard was met. The officer double-locked the restraints. Under 50 Illinois Compiled Statutes 705, the Illinois Law Enforcement Training and Standards Board mandates this technique to prevent post-application tightening during transport. It is a trained standard, not a legal requirement. He also activated climate control and secured her belongings. None of that was required. Every bit of it was a choice, and under Graham, choices like that count. Then Miss Karen asked the question that sits at the center of this entire clip. Why do I keep getting warrants when I am homeless? In O'Donnell v. Harris County, 882 Federal 3rd 463, 5th Circuit, 2018, the court identified exactly this cycle: missed court date, warrant, arrest, bond, county jail, repeat, disproportionately affecting people without a fixed address for notice delivery. Illinois responded with the Pretrial Fairness Act, 730 Illinois Compiled Statutes 5/110, effective September 18, 2023, which eliminated monetary bail for most offenses. Detention now requires clear and convincing evidence of flight risk or public safety threat. Whether Romeoville Cook County was operating under that framework at the time of this stop is a question this footage cannot answer. Under Florida v. Bostick, 501, United States, 429, 1991, a consensual encounter becomes a detention the moment a reasonable person would not feel free to leave. That line shifted the moment the warrant was confirmed. Miss Karen had no constitutional right to walk away at that point, and her decision to cooperate was the only legally sound move available to her.
All right, I'm going to start the car, get the air running for you. All right, and I'm going to grab the rest of your belongings, okay?
Where did my jacket go?
I'm grabbing it now. I just wanted to get the air rolling in here so you're not too hot. So, I'll be right back, all right, Karen? All right, Karen, your coat's in the back here. With your bag. All right. All right, you all good? I turned the air on back here. Is it good enough for you? Okay. All right, Karen, get you out of here.
The officer handled a complicated stop with consistency. The Terry basis was clean, the warrant arrest was procedurally sound, the restraint technique was by the book. Where he slipped, and it matters, was calling the conduct theft before the investigation concluded. That is not a constitutional violation. But it is the kind of language that ends up in civil complaints. A more precise officer would have said this may constitute unauthorized removal and let the statute do the work. Miss Karen cooperated fully from the moment the cuffs came out. She asked intelligent questions about her warrant, her bond, her court date. That is legally significant. Cooperation does not erase the underlying conduct, but it is the one variable she could control, and she controlled it well. The counter-argument in her favor, the necessity doctrine, was real but ultimately unavailable under current Illinois case law. Lesson 1. Know your warrant status before the system finds it for you. In Illinois, you can check active warrants through your county circuit clerk's office. If you have an outstanding failure to appear, contact the court proactively. Many Illinois courts will recall a warrant if you appear voluntarily before arrest. That option closes the second an officer runs your name. Lesson 2. If you cannot make a court date, tell the court before you miss it. A continuance request, even by phone through a public defender, is legally and practically better than a missed appearance. A missed appearance becomes a warrant. A continuance stays a date. Those are not the same thing. And the difference between them does not cost money, just a phone call. Lesson 3. During any stop, you have the right to ask, "Am I free to go?" Under Florida versus Bostick, a consensual encounter becomes a detention the moment a reasonable person would not feel free to leave. Knowing that line, and naming it calmly, is not confrontation. It is the Constitution working as designed. The Constitution does not draw a line between people who can afford bond and people who cannot. The system sometimes does, and that gap is worth examining not just in this clip but in every community where it exists. If there is a case you think deserves this kind of analysis, drop it in the comments. Thanks for watching.